Hello guys, it's Peter from PS Sound, and I thought to record this part because this is the point when SQ is hard and when speaker installation is pushed to the absolutes. When you do crazy shit like this, oh my god, I'm just looking at the screen on my phone. Yeah, dash is out. Wish me luck. Ideally, you would want to have the driver with you when you're doing something crazy like this, but there were many different reasons why we didn't get the driver just in time. It's going to arrive a couple of days after the dash build is actually done, but it should be all right. We 3D printed a mock-up for the driver, so we can check, clearance and everything, plus mounting. Threaded inserts are already in the birch ply. This is also quite a special ply I ordered. Really nice fine quality between the layers, the laminates. And I'm going to use these to mount this flush onto the dash, but unfortunately it's quite a stupid dash, as you see. It's not flat on the surface. It has this step up, which yeah, is not ideal, so I will have to make it pretty afterwards. The only sacrifice we have to make is that there's a vent running here underneath to this side little opening, but funnily this can also blow to the same place, so I don't really see what the point of this one is. So that's the only sacrifice we have to make. That's gonna be chopped out from underneath. Some of that will have to come out. Other than that, it's hopefully pretty easy. So big monster drill, let's do it. So the hole saw managed to cut to a fair depth, but obviously there are other things underneath it holding it in place. This section is good to go, but here I think the vent is underneath it, bonded to the top layer. So I will have to flip the whole dash, make clearance, cut it out. This will fall out and then open up all the way at the bottom. Otherwise it's bang on. It's exactly the same diameter as the hole saw. Well, it was well planned. So yeah, let's flip it. After I chop the crap out of this dash underneath, there's nice clearance now, and the driver is a fair distance away from the other vent that we could save. That ring literally slots in there perfectly by perfect millimeter. It's already difficult to move, but once it's going to be bonded in, it will be solid in place, part of the dash. The good thing is that this vent comes out where I bolted it out, so I can take it out now with one hand, drop it down. I could take that out, so it was easier to work on this part. The other side is fairly easy because that goes around the airbag, which is here, and the speaker is also out of the way of the airbag, which is good news. And then I can also sound it on that vent that I've just taken off, and make everything as strong as possible up here. Silly me got so carried away that yeah, I kind of forgot to show the bonding part that actually I have to take pictures of as well for the competition. I have to show every single step of the fabrication to show the level of the craftsmanship in the build. So I had to pull the deadening back. So it was bonded in with fiber filler, and then as you see, the whole dash is deadened pretty well. At some areas it's also doubled up, so there's like a 5mm, like over there, 5mm deadening sheet over it, just to make sure that nothing is going to rattle. And we have a solid mounting for the speaker as well. So let's put it back. I got carried away so much that, yeah, I probably missed a few steps. I guess you would have loved to see how the dash went back. To be fair, it was relatively easy for two of us would be. It went back in like an hour and a half. You know, many plugs, all the bits and bobs. The center console is not back yet because I still have to figure out the place for the director. Otherwise, that mid-range is already in. The trim ring is not made to mold onto the dash just yet, but you can see here what the plan is. I'll get closer. So, as you can see, threaded inserts in the plywood. Then these beautiful fork terminals go onto the speaker. And once the driver is in, then this 3D printed piece goes in front of the fabricated plywood and the filler, so it hides everything, but it was over scaled, so it's longer now. I have to trim it back to fit exactly and then fill it up nicely. Also, the dash is not straight. At this point it's 3mm deeper from the top of the buffer than on the other side, so it needs a bit of fiddly and then this is going to sit over it. It's going to look pretty nice, and I'm pretty happy because I was expecting way bigger headache to get these mid-range drivers in, and it's been relatively smooth so far. Maybe I shouldn't say it just yet, but it's all going really well. Oh, the joys of dash-mounted mid-range drivers. Yeah, taking the windscreen out would help big time, but this is another reason why it is super duper important to use threaded inserts with machine bolts, because then you can do them up properly. Well, if you fitted the inserts bang on exact, otherwise you have no chance. You know, if you wanted to use wood screws now in this location, game over, forget it. Of course, I will have to drop the phone down and do these up properly, because with two fingers you cannot really tighten it up 100% tight, but you can get close. But yeah, as you could see from the introduction video, this beautiful trim ring is magnetized, and oh, this is pure joy when you put it on and then you twist it into place, click, and it's on. It's really difficult to take it off actually, but it gives you a really nice finish. So even if I couldn't show everything to you from this dash build, but at the end of this video I'm gonna link the pictures in, and hopefully you've seen the pictures already, but if you haven't, then go to the description and check out the links to my Facebook and my Instagram. You should see a few more pictures over there from the dashboard installation. Yeah, maybe now people can have the questions, you know, why didn't we install the mid-range on the pillars, or why didn't we install it anywhere else in an easier way? But the funny thing is that once or twice, you know, a few times you do dash builds, it turns out to be one of the easiest things actually. Yes, it is very frightening. It's frightening to pull a dashboard out of a car because you have so many plugs, so many things, and in few cars it's not even easy, where the dash doesn't want to come out without the crash bar. That's when it's a nightmare. Actually, I have footage from last year when we did the Audible Physics RG100s, the 4-inch widebands in the Chrysler 300C, that you must have seen a video of. If not, then go back to my videos, go back a year ago, and you will see the Chrysler install, where yeah, that wasn't easy. You know, when you start to take things apart and then you realize that you have bolts from the back, what you can't get to, then the whole crash bar has to come out, everything, the whole wiring loom. Oh, that's a complete nightmare. But we did really well with that too, considering that was a brand new fresh install. You know, we came third in a masterclass with that at the Euro finals, where you get the best cars coming from every single country. Only the top top cars, the top two. So you know, the level is super high, and that car did really well. It was only 2 points away from the first place, 1 point away from the second, another point away from the first place. Brand new, fresh install. So there are definitely benefits of having a mid-range or a wideband up on the dash. Yes, it has its pitfalls, but you know, if you know what you're doing, if you can tune properly, if you use the EQs at the right places, if you measure the right way, then you can get fantastic results with mid-range up on the dash. But I don't want to go too deep into this now, because I want to keep all these discussions for the next part in the sound quality in car series, where we will cover everything about extreme speaker installations. Hopefully I can share that in a few days. Well, especially now, if we have to isolate ourselves at home, then yeah, maybe it's high time to produce more videos for you guys. Hopefully you like this video. Please feel free to share it, subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and you know, just spread these videos, and hopefully more and more people can see them. More and more people start to feel a bit of inspiration to do something in their cars, and yeah, hopefully I can talk to you very soon. Take care.